The smartest way to increase testosterone naturally, 8 simple tips. If you're struggling to build muscle and lose fat, then there's a chance that your testosterone isn't optimal, so listen up. I'll start this video off with a very interesting study done in 1996. They took 43 men and divided them into 4 groups. Group 1 received a placebo or a fake injection and they did no exercise. Group 2 received a fake injection while performing weightlifting exercises. Group 3 received testosterone injections with no exercise, and lastly, Group 4 received testosterone while performing weightlifting exercises, and the results were striking. Now, obviously, the men who received testosterone injections and performed weightlifting saw the greatest increase in muscle size and strength. But here's the shocking part. The group that received testosterone injections and performed no exercise gained more muscle mass than the group that was on placebo and that trained. The takeaway from the study is how powerful testosterone is on your muscle tissue and your body composition without even weightlifting. But there's more. Imagine living life with more energy, drive, and an optimal health. It's possible with a higher testosterone level, and you can boost it naturally. Hi, my name is Dr. Michael Diamonds, and I'm the founder of Sculpt by Science. We help busy professionals reach their peak performance with their health and energy, and finally to get lean sustainably. In this video, I'll show you why boosting your testosterone levels could be the best thing to do for your health this year. Testosterone is the secret weapon for every man's optimal health, but here's a shocker. The data shows that our generation is actually running on lower testosterone than our fathers and grandfathers. According to multiple studies, there's been an alarming decline in testosterone levels over the past 40 years. Research published in 2011 collected samples from 1,532 men. The data collected were from 3 time intervals: 1987 to 1989, 1995 to 1997, and 2002 to 2004, and the results? It showed that testosterone levels have been declining at a rate of 1% per year since the 1980s, and it's not related to aging. Fast forward to 2020. The American Neurological Association conducted another research, and it showed that there's a 20% drop in testosterone levels between 1999 and 2016. Now, get this. Today, the average 22-year-old has the same testosterone level as a 67-year-old from the year 2000, which is mind-blowing. If we compare the average testosterone throughout the last 3 decades, we will see a shocking decline. In 1990, the average testosterone level was around 580 nanograms per deciliter. This dropped to 534 nanograms per deciliter between 1999 and 2004. The decline continued, with the average American man between 2013 and 2016 hitting only 420 nanograms per deciliter. 420 is quite close to being officially low in testosterone levels. It falls below the normal range reported in most studies conducted before the 1980s. This suggests that the average man today has lower testosterone than nearly all the men from the 60s, 70s, and early 80s. So what is testosterone and why is it such a hot topic? Testosterone is the male sex hormone that is made in the testicles of men. It's responsible for sexual drive and plays a significant role in determining your body composition. It helps you develop muscle mass and strength and regulates fat distribution in your body. If you're wondering why men and women tend to store fat differently and why men have bigger muscle tissue, testosterone is a big part of the answer. But it doesn't stop here. Testosterone is also essential for maintaining health and bone density and the production of red blood cells. It also largely affects your mood and energy. So what's this magic ingredient to testosterone? Cholesterol. Yes, you heard it. Cholesterol isn't all bad. Cholesterol is the building block of testosterone. In fact, it's vital for your body, and we'll talk about the importance of diet later. You might be wondering, what does low testosterone do to your body? Normal testosterone levels fall between 300 to 1,000 nanograms per deciliter. Being close to the lower limit will affect your performance, your energy levels, sex drive, and muscle mass, and increase your body fat percentage. Now, you might be part of the declining testosterone level that's been happening over the past 40 years, so in this video, let's reverse the trend. Tip number 1, exercise. First up, exercise, particularly weight training and high intensity interval training. If you're exercising regularly, you have a higher testosterone level than those who are physically inactive. Heavy strength training and HIIT are the best workouts for boosting your testosterone, and it might contribute to long-term lift in testosterone. A study published in 2008 took a look at 102 men who previously didn't exercise much and put them on a year-long exercise program. their levels went up by nearly 15%. My advice for weightlifting is lift heavy, do more compound workouts that use simple large muscle groups like squats, deadlifts, bench press, and lastly, do more volume. The second exercise is high intensity interval training. If you love HIIT training, you're in luck. Many studies show that HIIT is a great testosterone booster. A study of 30 men aged between 30 and 45, these guys participated in 3 sessions a week of high intensity interval training and strength training. And guess what? After just 1 hour of this combination, they saw a 37% increase in their testosterone levels. What this tells us is that even if you're starting from scratch, which is little to no exercise in your routine, it's not too late. You can still make a significant change to your testosterone levels with regular workouts. Tip number 2, sleep. Your sleep time and your quality are no joke. Think of sleep as your body's natural recharge time. Just like your phone, your body needs to sleep to recharge its energy, repair itself, and yes, produce hormones like testosterone. Our bodies work on a natural daily cycle called the circadian rhythm. As part of the cycle, our bodies increase testosterone production when we're sleeping. In fact, peak testosterone production occurs during your sleep hours. But if you don't get enough sleep, this process gets interrupted. Imagine interrupting this process every night. Multiple studies have shown that not getting enough sleep can cause a big drop in your body's production of testosterone. According to a study published in the Journal of American Medical Association, after decreasing the bedtime of 10 healthy men, their average age about 25 years old, from 9 hours of sleep to 5 hours of sleep for only 1 week, it resulted in a 10 to 15% drop in tests. Let me put that in context for you. The lack of sleep reduced their testosterone levels by the same amount as aging 10 to 15 years do in only 1 week. What is interesting is that the connection between testosterone and sleep works in 2 ways. When you don't get enough sleep, your body makes less testosterone. And on the flip side, if your testosterone levels are low, it can make it harder to sleep or worsen sleep problems you already have and can even lead to insomnia. And there is more. Low testosterone also appears to be linked with lower quality sleep and fewer deep sleep cycles because it increases the stress hormone called cortisol. This might be the reason you're low on energy, not seeing gains, or having trouble sleeping. So if you want to keep your testosterone levels in the sweet spot, make sure you're getting between a good 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. And by quality, I mean deep, uninterrupted sleep in a dark, quiet, and a cool room. Take a look at my client James. At 59 years old, he was doing a tremendous amount of cardio, the Versa climber, elliptical for 2 hours, with strength training. And I remember our first conversation and his words were, "Coach, if I don't get this right with you, I'm giving up." We optimized this sleep, and the next tip I'm about to share in this video as well, and boom, he built muscle, he lost fat, and he saw his abs for the first time since college. If you're a busy professional like James and you think that your testosterone is too low and you've tried everything, I'm happy to help. All you need to do is fill out the one-on-one coaching application in the description below of this video, and we will figure out together the best path for you to get in the shape of your life, no matter your age, how many times you've tried, as long as you're ready to put in the work. Let's move on. Tip number 3, food. As I mentioned earlier, cholesterol is the building block of testosterone, so what you eat actually affects your testosterone levels. And not just that, the type of diet can influence your testosterone levels. According to a study done in 2021, men who ate a more pro-inflammatory diet, like those high in refined carbohydrates and saturated fats, had lower total testosterone levels than those who ate less inflammatory foods and are 29.6% more likely to develop a testosterone deficiency. So an unbalanced diet or overeating can negatively affect your testosterone. Alright, ready to fire up your testosterone levels? Let's dive into the do's and the don'ts to supercharge your testosterone game. The do's: a diet based on whole foods with a healthy balance of fat, protein, and carbohydrates. According to the dietary guidelines for Americans, around 20 to 35% of our daily calories should come from fat to stay within the acceptable macronutrient distribution range. I would recommend at least 25% even if you're in a caloric deficit. But the most important thing here is the source of this fat. The dietary guidelines for Americans. These are the fats that you need to include in your diet. Monounsaturated fats like avocados, nuts, and extra virgin olive oil. These are the good guys. Make sure you include them in your diet. Polyunsaturated fats packed with omega-3s like fatty fish, salmon, tuna, and oysters. Eat a moderate amount of saturated fat like eggs, steak, dark chocolate, and coconut oil. These are essential for your cholesterol supply because remember, we need cholesterol to make testosterone. However, it's recommended to limit this to about 10% of your caloric intake. And lastly, a high protein diet within the normal range can optimize your insulin levels and also in turn boost your testosterone. Don'ts: avoid polyunsaturated fatty acids, omega-6 in vegetable oil and seed oils like sunflower oil, corn oil, and soybean oil, and replace them with extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil because these oils are more prone to oxidation, which causes cell damage and inflammation. Several studies have shown that a diet high in omega-6 can reduce testosterone levels. Avoid processed fat and trans fat that's mostly found in your pastries, fried food, and fast food. Study results have shown that individuals who preferred Western style like foods, bread, pastries, dairy products, and desserts, eat out quite often with fewer homemade foods and dark green vegetables, are more likely to have an unhealthy body composition and low serum testosterone level. My advice here: pick up healthier fats, and if you want to go on a diet, make sure at least 20 to 25% of your calories come from fat because we want to fuel your testosterone for a better body composition. Tip number 4, limit alcohol. Again and again, too much alcohol has never been good for your body. It's just not about the headaches, upset stomach, or the extra calories. Many studies have shown that the relationship between heavy drinking and a decline in testosterone levels, and it does it in 3 ways. Number 1, heavy drinking messes with your body's hormonal factory, the endocrine system, and can slow down the production of testosterone. The second way is the testes. Chronic alcohol consumption can adversely affect the Leydig cells, which produce and secrete the hormone testosterone. Another way is alcohol increasing the conversion of testosterone to estradiol in the liver and fatty tissue and lead to the imbalance of these hormones. Estrogen is the main female sex hormone, though men need this hormone as well, but in smaller amounts. And this is just not your testosterone level. It also impairs your fertility and your sex drive. 15 drinks per week is what is considered heavy drinking. So if you're trying to stay fit, feel good, and keep your testosterone levels healthy, cutting down on alcohol is one of the best moves you can make. A drink or two every now and then is usually fine, but remember, moderation is key. Your body and your testosterone will thank you. Tip number 5, vitamin D and zinc. Guys, go out into the sun. As simple as that. It's one of the things that will boost your testosterone and your mood as well. Take advantage of the sun whenever you can. Aim for about 10 to 30 minutes of midday sun exposure several times per week. Multiple studies have shown that vitamin D exerts some influence on testosterone production in men with low vitamin D status. A study was conducted in 2011 on 165 men who were trying to lose weight. One group received vitamin D supplements while the other group did not receive any. Out of all the participants, there were 54 men included. Interestingly, those who were taking vitamin D supplements experienced a significant increase in their testosterone level. Their total testosterone jumped by 30%. While all of them were performing regular exercise, the vitamin D group had a significant increase in testosterone. And next up, zinc. Zinc has recently been linked to testosterone, and research has shown that a diet deficient in zinc can lead to lower testosterone. The mechanism is not fully understood, but many studies have shown that dietary zinc or supplementation can actually boost your testosterone. You can get zinc from foods like oysters, beef, pork, and chicken. If your diet is lacking in these foods, a zinc supplement could be a good idea. As always, talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement regimen. Tip number 6, stress. We're not talking about short-term stress that pushes you to meet the deadline or ace a presentation. These are the good stresses, and it's part of life. Chronic long-term stress is what's going to hurt your testosterone level. This is the kind of stress that will show itself in the lack of motivation. It will be giving you sleep problems, low energy, or even an eating disorder. Why? Because when you're chronically stressed, your body's constantly pumping out cortisol, a hormone that is produced by your adrenal glands in response to stress. It fits like a seesaw. When your cortisol goes up, your testosterone tends to go down. Take a look at your life. If something is stressing you out long term, it's time to do something about it. It's crucial to break the cycle to protect your testosterone levels and your health on a bigger scale. Something that really helped me manage my stress was meditation. Meditation helped me and many of my clients. My other recommendations are breathing exercise, walking in the nature, yoga. Remember, you need to seek professional help if your stress continues, but overall I highly recommend go out there and touch some grass. Tip number 7, reduce your body fat. shed those extra pounds. It's hurting your testosterone levels. There's no sugarcoating this one. Carrying excess body fat, especially around the midsection, isn't just bad for your heart and overall health, it can also significantly lower your testosterone level. According to a Harvard study, a study done in 2007, it showed that each 1-point increase in BMI in men aged over 40 years old caused a 2% drop in testosterone. But that's not all. A study in 2008 found that an increase in the waist size was even more impactful than BMI. Men over 30 who added 4 inches to their waist increased a man's odds of having a low testosterone level by 75%. That's more than double the risk of your aging of 10 years. You might be wondering how extra fat has that much effect on testosterone levels. There's actually a number of reasons why obesity causes low testosterone levels, but here's the major one. Fat cells have a high amount of a particular enzyme called aromatase. Aromatase has an interesting job. Basically, you're building estrogen out of your testosterone molecules. Estrogen is the main female sex hormone, though men need this. So when a guy starts gaining weight from extra fat tissue, there will be more and more aromatase converting your testosterone into estrogen, and thus this testosterone levels will begin to fall. Plus, abdominal fat is known to produce especially large amounts of aromatase. So start exercising and lose those extra pounds to boost your testosterone. Keep your body fat at 15 to 18%. Anything above that is not good for your testosterone level. Tip number 8. Environmental toxins. We're exposed to hundreds of environmental toxins daily, most of which are sadly unavoidable and is all around us. One of these toxins is known as BPA. It's particularly dangerous when it comes to your testosterone levels, and it's one of the most widely used industrial synthetic chemicals. BPA is an anti-androgen. It blocks the production of testosterone in the body and it will affect your sperm count. It's found in canned food containers, some plastic, kids' toys, receipts printed on thermal paper, and other foods packaged, and most people in the US have this chemical in their urine. Here are some ways to avoid BPA. Never microwave your food in plastic, and I've had to learn this myself. Don't drink anything hot in plastic. Look for BPA-free logos while shopping. Reduce your use of canned foods. Consider buying foods in a glass jar, or if you buy canned foods, try to rinse it with water before eating it. Don't use the plastic for storage. Try drinking water in glass bottles and avoid plastic ones. Turn down paper receipts while shopping. The catch here is that if you've noticed, most of these steps were intertwined and influence each other within a cycle. Lack of quality sleep will lead to weight gain and increase your stress hormone, all of which lower your testosterone levels and leads to further weight gain. Similarly, having an unhealthy eating pattern will also lower your testosterone level while also causing weight gain and further testosterone reduction. Excessive alcohol consumption will disrupt your sleep quality and cause all these problems again. The trick here is to break the cycle. Go out into the sun, do regular exercise, and eat more homemade food. This will lower your stress levels, improve your sleep quality, and it will shed those extra pounds, collectively contributing to improving your body composition and a much better drive and mood. So those are some of the natural ways that you can boost your testosterone. Again, if you feel that your mood's affected, you're not feeling the best, your energy levels are consistently low, then I highly recommend speaking to your endocrinologist and getting help from them. But these are some of the things that you can do to help boost your testosterone. If you did enjoy the video, give the video the gentle thumbs up and comment down below if you feel like you've faced any of these problems in the past. And I'll leave it there. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.